Welcome to Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about awesome memories about video games. I'm Ryan, and we're going to be talking about Dragon Quest games on the PS5. As you can see behind me, I have both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, but we will be testing Dragon Quest games on the PS5. So anyways, I will be testing a plethora of Dragon Quest games on the PS5, which were released on the PS4, like Dragon Quest 11, Dragon Quest 10 in Japanese. Then I got the Heroes games, and I also have the Builders games. And I also have a couple of digital-only games on my PS4 that I could play on the PS5, so let's get started. Alright, so we're going to be testing the original version of Dragon Quest 11 for the PS4.
Alright guys, so here is the PlayStation 5 interface, and I've already installed Dragon Quest 11 on the PS5 hard drive. So it's loading right now. Alright, Square Enix presents. So I'm going to skip this. Going to continue my adventure, which I put nearly 70 hours in. Alright, so here's the recap. And as you notice, the loading times have been significantly improved from the PS4 Pro, which I actually played this game on. Alright, so sadly the game has not been enhanced because it is at a 30 frames per second lock. I mean, it still runs pretty good, but just not as good as the 11S demo. Alright, so I'm going to be zooming to Hoto right now to test some other things. For some reason, I just want to go to Hoto. And as you can see again, the loading times have been drastically improved. Alright, we're going to skip a little bit. There's that super fast loading time off the SSD. Alright, so now let us get into a combat situation. Yeah, combat is at the same frame rate as everything else. It's not any bit more improved than the PS4 Pro, sadly. And I'm just using like regular attacks here, because I'm kind of lazy. Sorry about that. I mean, I'm already powerful enough anyways. Alright, so that should end the test for the original PS4 version.
Alright, now we're going to be testing my Japanese version of the original Dragon Quest 11 for the PS4.
So one thing about the Japanese version, if you play it on the PS5, it will actually default over to the English version on the interface. But when you actually do load the game, it will load the Japanese version, because it has the different now loading text. Square Enix presents, and you see the Japanese title right there. Alright, so I'm going to continue where I left off, which isn't exactly too far into the beginning, to be honest. Alright, loading my game save. Yep, this is the raw Japanese version of the game, which I picked up not too long ago. And the loading time isn't as fast as the US version, but it's drastically improved over the PS4 Pro. And here I am in Cobblestone in Japanese. It's still at a 30 frames per second frame rate. No real improvements there. So yeah, that is the Japanese version of Dragon Quest XI on the PS5. Alright guys, now it's time to load the Dragon Quest XI's demo on the PS5. Starts off a bit like the 11 original version. Loading. Alright, it created my save data, like it should. Alright, Square Enix presents. And the 11S demo starts. So I'm going to be putting in my name real quick. Yes, I'm happy to proceed. So we can only start in 3D mode right now since we don't have the full game. and I usually play inverted. Alright. Let us start the game, everybody. Alright, gonna be skipping over this intro since I've seen it so many times. Several years later. Alright, so we got the opening cutscene. Seeing a little bit improvement in the frame rate, but we'll see. We'll skip this. And holy crap, guys, this thing runs at a smooth 60 frames per second. And it looks gorgeous, like the PC version. Like, holy crap, man, this is amazing. It has a level of smoothness that I can't even begin to explain. And also, I'm going to be showing you guys how Heliodor looks in 60 frames per second. Like, holy crap, this looks amazing. And I already thought Heliodor looked amazing on the PS4 Pro, but on the PS5, it really feels like it's a brand new place. Yeah, so I did edit and export this video in 60 frames per second, so I hope YouTube doesn't actually kill the quality.
Now it's time to test out Dragon Quest Heroes Day 1 Edition.
Alright, so loading up Dragon Quest Heroes, and the loading time isn't much different than the PS4 Pro. It's a tad faster, but not by much. Alright, skipping all of the other stuff. So going to start my data at the end of the game. Oh yeah, but on the Stone Cloud, the loading time is definitely improved. Goddess speed. And holy crap, the camera is really fast here. I don't remember it being this quick on the PS4 Pro. So yeah, there is a bit of camera improvement in the frame rate, but let's go to a combat situation right now. So a whole bunch of new maps because I beat the game a while back and I didn't play it after I beat it. But let's head to Arba and test out the combat. Alright, so the loading time hasn't improved too much over the PS4 Pro because it has to load all the monsters and stuff. So it's kind of the same in a way. Yeah, so combat looks like it's pretty much the same as it was on the PS4 Pro. I mean, this game has always ran like at 60 frames per second regardless. So there's not too much of a difference other than some of the loading times, and for some reason the camera on the Stone Cloud is really fast. I don't remember it being that quick on the PS4 Pro. Well, shall we move on to the second Heroes game?
Now it's time for Dragon Quest Heroes 2.
Alright, so now it's time to load Dragon Quest Heroes 2 on the PS5. Let's see if the loading time has improved. It's kind of the same as the PS4 Pro version. Alright, Square Enix. Koei Tecmo Games. And we've leveled up! YUJI HORII, the man! Alright, so let's start Heroes 2. Let's venture forth with my data at the end of the game. And we got a bit of a problem here. Let's try that again. Oh. I know I installed the entire game. Yeah, this is a bit odd. We're going to try again a bit later. Alright, good news everybody. I was able to fix it. And I have to warn you guys, when you're playing Dragon Quest Heroes 2 on the PS5, make sure it installs all of the additional data, because there's additional data probably at the end of the game that it needs to install on the PS5. So make sure you check on your download screen because that's what I didn't do, which I apologize for. So anyways, we're starting my data at the end of the game. We're going to see if there's any frame rate or loading screen changes, and there hasn't been too many differences. The frame rate seems to be about the same as the PS4 Pro because, you know, the Heroes games are very, very optimized to run at 60 frames per second no matter what console you play it on. So let's head over to the Grand Dunes and we're going to test out the combat. Yep, loading time is more or less the same because it has to load up all the monsters and all of our crazy stuff we got to do in the Heroes games. Anyways, gotta run a little while to find some monsters. It's been a while since I played this, so yeah. Alright, here we go. Yeah, it's pretty much more or less the same. Yeah, the combat is fast and furious as always. Let's try to fight some slimes. Okay. Not too much different than the PS4 Pro, so we're probably going to move on to the Builders games.
Now it's time for Dragon Quest Builders 1, the Day 1 edition.
Alright, time to start Dragon Quest Builders on the PS4. Alrighty. We're going to see if there's any differences in loading times. Okay, it loaded pretty fast. Like, really, really fast, actually. Okay, getting past the Square Enix logo. And there's Dragon Lord, but we're going to skip the intro movie. Okay, going to start the game. So I've already beat the game, so we're going to go to Terra Incognita. No need to play in online mode, this is just a test. Alright, so... oh wow, that loaded really fast, actually. Okay, so I can definitely confirm with Builders that the loading times have vastly improved over the PS4 Pro, but now we'll see how the gameplay is like. Alright. So we're warping at the Terra Incognita. I have not built anything here yet. I've beat the game a while back, but I haven't gotten a lot of time to, you know, build a whole bunch of other things. Okay, yada yada yada. Okay, we'll head to the teleportal so we can do some combat too. Alright, so let's see how the movement is compared to the PS4 Pro. After all this dialogue is over. And a whole bunch of camera angles, but it seems to be kind of the same right now. Aside from the loading times, of course. Yeah, it seems to be running at 60 frames per second like on the PS4 Pro. There's my Navi globes. Alright, so let us head on over to the portal. I'm playing in offline mode, so I don't have anything to share right now. Yeah, it's nice and smooth, just like the PS4 Pro. Not too much difference there. Alright, let's see what combat is like. Oh, I love that Alfgard theme, man. Da, 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 da. And combat is more or less the same, just like on the PS4 Pro. Anyways, I think that should end the test for Builders. Let's move on to the second Builders game.
Now it's time for Dragon Quest Builders 2.
Alright, now let us start Dragon Quest Builders 2 on the PS5. So loading time seems to be more or less the same as the PS4 Pro. It seems a bit slower, actually. That's a bit concerning. I did install the game to the hard drive, so yeah. Well, there's a lot to load in Dragon Quest Builders games anyway, so it's normal. Square Enix logo. Koei Tecmo Games. Alright, so that loaded pretty quickly. Here's the opening movie. We're going to skip it. Another Square Enix logo. We're drowning, no! YUJI HORII, the man. There's Hargon. Alright, we're skipping that. Alright, so it kind of loads a little fast. The beginning's a bit slow though. Alright, so it's connecting right now, so that has nothing to do with the hard drive. So going to continue my game from the end of the game. I already finished the game a long time ago, like back in October, so we're just gonna, run around the main aisle for a little bit. Alright, yeah, so the loading time is a bit more or less the same as the PS4 Pro, but there's a lot of other factors that aren't related to the SSD. Alright, resume play. Alright, so I got the recipes for the whole bunch of stuff. Alright, so I'm going to be flying around for a little while in my vehicle. Alright, frame rate seems to be more or less the same as the PS4 Pro, not too much of a big difference. Well, these games are optimized to run at 60 frames per second anyways. So we're flying around the aisle, yay, woo! Yeah, not too much difference here. There's not much more I could say other than the Builders games do run great. Builders 1 loads a lot faster, and 2 loads a bit slower because there's a lot more to load in Builders 2. But they both run really well on the PS5. So anyways, let us move on to some other stuff.
Now it's time for the Dragon Quest X all-in-one package for the PS4.
So sadly, my versions 1 through 3 physical copies did not work on the PS4 because the codes have already been claimed. So I pretty much had to go to the Japanese PlayStation store and actually had to get the all-in-one package from the Japanese PlayStation store, which I had to spend some money on PlayAsia to get some PSN Japanese cards. So you can find it by looking up X on the Japanese store. So I got the all-in-one package, and now it's playable. Alright, so let us load up my data in Dragon Quest X. I'm a level 116 Battle Master right now. Gonna go on to server 33. That's where I usually play with the Dragon's Den team. Alright, so I'm actually dressed up as Eric because the Eric event actually happened not too long ago. And holy crap, the frame rate is really, really smooth. Now, it's already smooth on the Nintendo Switch, but for some reason on the PS5, Dragon Quest X has a lot more clarity to it. And now I'm going to warp to my house. Like, you can really see the detail in the models more on the PS5, and it runs at a very, very smooth 60 frames per second. Alright, so I'm at my house right now. Wow, look how smooth the camera is. Holy crap! So I'm going to be checking my mail. And I'm going to be claiming, let's see what I got. Alright, opening it up. And I have I got 1,000 casino coins. Nice! Alright, so that means I am going to be going somewhere else now. Most likely the casino in Lackland. And we're going to claim these coins, but wow, look how smooth Dragon Quest X looks. I mean, it already looks smooth on Nintendo Switch like I mentioned earlier. But you know what? I think I want to make the PS5 my default system for playing Dragon Quest X on. Wow. I mean, the game looks gorgeous. Alright, since I had some leftover yen after purchasing the Dragon Quest X all-in-one package, we're going to play Dragon Quest the original on the PS5. It's kind of funny, I'm playing a 30-year-old game on new hardware. There's YUJI HORII. So we're going to start the game. Alright, putting in my name. So I'm going to be putting in my name in katakana. So this is going to be R-A-I-A-N-N. Ryan. Alright, putting message speed at whatever. Gonna start the game. He's saying I have the blood of Loto, aka Erdrick. Alright, so let us see how the game actually plays. I'm skipping through all the dialogue. It runs a little choppier than the Nintendo Switch version for some reason. Oh hey, I earned a trophy! You can earn trophies in the original Dragon Quest on the PS5. Nice. Alright, so we're going to be going outside to Tangle Castle. Yeah, it runs more or less like the Switch version, a little choppier though. Yep, I'm walking around Alefgard on the PS5. I could be playing this on any other console right now, but I have to play it on the latest console, man. So we're in the town. So I'm gonna walk around until I run into a battle. Alright, nice. My first battle is with a Drakey. And I don't have anything equipped, so I am not doing so well right now. Come on, I could beat the Drakey and I missed. The Drakey is really whooping me. Oh boy, this is not looking good. I'm playing a 30-year-old game on new-gen hardware and I'm getting my ass kicked. Come on. Come on. Okay, I actually died. I died to a Drakey. I didn't even run into a slime. Well, guys, that's Dragon Quest the original on the PS5. You should probably play it for another console in English.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that sampling of Dragon Quest games on the PS5, and as an added bonus, we will be testing Dragon Quest games on the Xbox Series X.
Alright guys, so loading up the Xbox Series X right now. Here's the interface. It looks pretty similar to the Xbox One. So loading the Dragon Quest XI S demo now on the Xbox Series X. Loading. So it loads pretty fast. Square Enix presents. Alright, venture forth. Now I played a little bit of this like a couple of days ago when I first got the Series X, so we're in the Heliodor sewers. Here's the recap. There's Eric in his hood. Alright, so now let us see how it looks. Holy crap, that loading time is quick! And just like the PlayStation 5, it's running at a smooth 60 frames per second, and it still looks gorgeous, man. Alright guys, so that ends this episode of Awesome Video Game Memories about Dragon Quest games on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope in the future you will be able to get both of the next-gen consoles. See you later.